Hey everybody, this is Mrmathblog, and this lesson is Patterns with Fractions. Okay, so here we go. This is lesson 6-8. Hey, if you get some time, would you guys click like and or subscribe if that's helping? If it's not, click unlike. All right, here's our Common Core strand for our teachers, and our question is how can we add or subtract to describe a pattern when we create a sequence with fractions. So, all right, so Dan is the master at making chili. He is experimenting for a new batch, so he's adding chili powder. In the first batch, he uses 3½ ounces. The second batch is 4 5/6 ounces. The third batch is 6 1/6 ounces, and then the fourth batch is 7½ ounces. So if this pattern continues, how much chili will he use in the sixth batch? Okay, well, it's kind of hard to see here. So our trick in this whole lesson is to get the common denominator. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see with 3½ and then 4 5/6 and 6 1/6 and then 7½. So we're going to use the sequence of numbers to find a pattern. So let's first look at all the denominators and find a common denominator. So here there's a 2, here's a 6, here's a 6, here's a 2. We can change these guys to 3/6 because 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. So we're going to change 3½ to 3 3/6 and 7½ to 7 3/6. It'll make it much easier when we do this. So write the terms of the sequence as equivalent fractions with common denominators. So we just did that in the last slide. And then we're going to examine the sequence and compare the consecutive terms to find the rule that's used to make the sequence of fractions. Okay, so here's the sequence that they give us, all right? So let's convert them to fractions that we know with common denominators. See, here's 3½ right here, 3 3/6. 4 5/6, 6 1/6, and then we replace 7½ with 7 3/6. Okay, so what we're going to do is look at those this fraction to this fraction. Look at the whole numbers here. 3 to 4 jumped up by 1. Okay, and 3/6 plus 2/6 jumps up to 5/6. So I wonder if we add the same amount from 4 5/6 and we add this to see if it goes up to here to get us to 6 1/6. Well, let's check this out here. So let's add 4 5/6 plus this to see if it gets us this right here. All right, well, check out this trick right here. See this red 2 6? Here they are. Here's 1 6, here's 2 6 right here. And what we're going to do is combine this 5 6 plus this 1 right here. Here's the whole numbers, 4 plus 1. Here's 4 plus 1. Here's the 5 6 right here, and then this 2 6 is 1 6 plus 1 6. All right, well, if we combine the 5 6 and the 1 6, that gives us 6 6, which is just 1. So this is 1 plus this 4 and 1. Here's 5. 5 plus 1 is 6, plus a 6 is 6 1/6. So we did add 1 plus 2 and a 6 to get us that. So let's check see if it's the same. 6 plus 1 is 7. 1 6 plus 2 6. Yep, that's going to get us 3 6 right there. So there's our pattern. We're adding 1 and 2 6 every time. So write a rule that describes the pattern, and is this sequence increasing or decreasing? Well, since it's going up, adding 1 and 2 6 all the time, it is definitely increasing right there. So each term is increasing by 1 and 2 6 of an ounce. So our rule, add 1 and 2 6 of an ounce each time. Okay, so here's our sequence right there. Here's our numbers converted right there with common denominators right there. So let's add 7 plus 1 and 2 6. Okay, so we're going to add 1 and 2 6 and then add 1 and 2 6 again. 7 plus 1 is 8. 3 6 plus 2 6 is going to be 5 6. So the next term is 8 and 5 6. All right, now we're going to add 8 plus 1 and 2 6. We're going to use that trick that we did before, you guys. So right here, 8 and 5 6 plus 1 and 2 6. Here's the 2 6 right here. 1 6 plus 1 6. We're going to add this 1 6 with this 5 6, and that's going to make us 6 6. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay, so 10 plus 1 6 is 10 and 1 6 right there. So here's the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. Here's the sixth batch right there. Okay, so Dan will use 10 and 1/6 ounce of chili powder on that sixth batch right there. Do you see the pattern? Let's try another one here. So find the unknown terms in the sequence. So here we're going to think of the common denominators again, okay? So write the terms of the sequence as equivalent fractions with common denominators. Well, hopefully you can see that 4 goes into 16 and 8 goes into 16. So the common denominator is 16. So here's 1 3/4 converted to 16. We multiplied it by 4 over 4. Here's 1 3/8 converted to 16. Multiplied it by 2 over 2 because 8 times 2 is 16. 3 times 2 is 6, okay? And then 1/4 times 4 over 4 is 4 over 16. All right, so let's put those in their appropriate spots right there. Okay, so 1 3/4 is 1 12/16, 1 9/16, 1 3/8, but 1 3/8 is 1 6/16, and then here's 1 3/16. Here's our 7/16, and then here's our 1/4, which is 4/16. All right, okay, now let's look at these, you guys. It went from 1, and then the only thing it went down was it went down 12/16 to 9/16. So that went down by 3/16 of a shot. So, and then from 9/16 minus 3 takes us to 6/16, and then subtract 3, it's going to take us to 6 minus 3 is 3/16. So we're just subtracting 3/16 over here. Look over here. 7/16 minus 3/16. 7 minus 3 is 4/16. So we just got to keep subtracting 3/16 on all of this, okay? So when we subtract 3/16 from 1 3/16, that just takes us to 1, okay? And then 1, we're going to convert 1 to 16 over 16, and then so 16 over 16 minus 3 over 16 is 13 over 16, and then minus 3 over 16, you follow me, is we're going to subtract 3 from 13, and that's going to get us 10 over 16, and 10 over 16, if we divide by 2, we get 5/8 right there, okay? All right, do you see that pattern right there? So there's the three numbers, 1, 13/16 and 5/8, but it sure is hard to see when you don't have common denominators. So the trick is get common denominators and then see how much they're increasing or decreasing, okay? So explain how we know whether our rule for a sequence would involve addition or subtraction, okay? Well, in the first one, we added 1 2/16. It increased, it increased, it increased. The numbers kept getting bigger. So when the sequence is increasing, it involves addition, and when it's decreasing, then we're involving subtraction, like we did on the second one right there. All right, so write a rule for the sequence and then find the unknown term, and then this one, we'll do this one second. This one says write the first 4 terms, and here's the first term, and then we're going to add 3/8. All right, let's do this one first. Let's get common denominators. So this is 1 1/12, 5/6, 1/3, and 1/12. So they all go into 12, so we're going to convert these to a common denominator of 12, okay? So here we go. Now, I just made this, they call it an improper fraction. 1 1/12 over here is the same. This one is 12/12 plus 1/12, so we can see it's 13/12, okay? And then 5/6, we're going to multiply that by 2 over 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 2 is 12. So 5/6 converts to 10/12, so that's what this is right here. And then 1/3 converts to 4/12, and this is already in terms of 12. So here they are with common denominators. Now we can see from here to here it went down 3/12. From here to here it went down 3/12. So it looks like it's going down 3/12 every time. So let's go down 3/12. So 10 minus 3 is 7. So it's going to take us to 7/12. So it did say write a rule. So our rule is subtract 3/12. So this guy's going to be 10/12 minus 3/12. So we're just going to subtract. That's going to get us 7/12 right there. Okay, so that's our missing term right there, 7/12. Okay, the second part says we're going to write the first 4 terms of the sequence, and we're going to start it at 1/4, and we're going to add 3/8. All right, we're going to convert 1/4 to 2/8 right there. Okay, so the common denominator is 8. So we start it with 1/4, and then we're going to do convert 1/4 to 2/8. So we multiplied it by 2 over 2. Remember, this is just 1, so we're not changing the value. We're just getting a common denominator. So 1/4 equals 2/8. All right, so 2/8 plus 3/8. We're just going to add 3/8. That's going to get us 5/8. 5/8 plus 3/8 is 8/8. 8/8 is 1. And then 1 plus 3/8 is 1 3/8 right there. Okay? All right, you guys. I hope that made sense on that long lesson, and take care. Hope you're having a great year, you guys.